Father, there's a lot of suffering here, a lot of suffering, and sometimes the concern for children is so much that it becomes really unbearable. I mean, Father, I become very panicky now, and I just don't feel like doing anything. I just don't want to go out. I want to sit in a lonely place and just listen to satsang. That's all. But then again, there's a feeling: what if? I mean, this would have an adverse impact on children. I don't know how to deal with this fear, Father.
What is the fear that
So,
if I'm in satsang, that will have an adverse impact, is it?
yes, all the time. I mean, doing nothing and just sitting on satsang and yeah, I'm constantly worried. What would the children think? And my concern for them is also so much that it has become an obsession. Like if they're not doing well in school, it really I lose my sleep. So, Father, very difficult.
So right now, is there suffering?
Well, yes, a bit.
Okay, so if right now there is suffering, every part of you is suffering.
Every part of the body.
Every part of you is every part of you suffering.
Mm, yes,
Every part is suffering. And that which witnesses this suffering, that is also suffering.
no.
That is outside of you.
Mhm.
That which witnesses suffering, that which witnesses sensation, that which witnesses all of this play, what is happening to that one? Is that somebody else?
No. But the sensation of suffering is so overpowering that
For that one, for the witness, it is overpowering. Who is it
no, not
overpowering?
it becomes very difficult to cope with that anxiety.
It becomes very difficult to what?
To cope with the anxiety.
Yes, yes, yes. The sensation of anxiety is there, the sense of suffering is there, but isn't there also this witness which remains untouched by any of this? That which is looking, is that also suffering? Is that also anxious?
No, actually, Father, it becomes so overwhelming, the fear, the anxiety, that I start reacting.
Yes, because you have put your eye in the wrong place. You put your eye in the place of movement. You say that which is moving, that which is anxious, that which is suffering is I. I am saying when we look, we find that I in reality is not touched by these sensations of anxiousness, by this sense of suffering. Now, don't go with what your mind is saying about this. When you look, what do you find?
Lot of lot of noise and lot of sensations.
That is also seen.
Yes.
What happened to the seer? Are you the noise or are you the witness of the noise? Actually, it is impossible not to suffer if you believe yourself to be an appearance, that which is changing, moving, coming and going. Because it is this sense of change, this lack of stability, which itself is suffering, is the ocean suffering because the wave is going up and down?
No,
And if you are the wave which is going up and down, then who is aware of this wave, the ups and downs? Who is the witness of them? Is that also going up and down?
No, actually, but the thoughts arise and subside in such intensely.
Wait for the next very intense thought and tell me how it is so intense. What is so intense about it?
Like, for example, if my child is not doing well in school, so it creates a lot of fear in the mind.
The thought in itself is not intense. Because to one who has no children, if the thought comes, oh, my child is not doing well, it is meaningless. So the content of the thought could be the same, but the intensity depends on how much you believe it. And the belief in the thought is dependent on what you believe yourself to be. That is the root of this suffering, the false belief that I have about myself. And there is no end of suffering if we go like this trying to sort out my life, to give myself some better experiences. As long as we don't clarify this me, either we clarify this me or we surrender this me, only that is the end of suffering. I know right now if you look, you will not find a prachi. I have been asking for 3 years. Nobody has found it. So I can say with great confidence now that you will not find it. If you cannot find prachi, why do you have to believe prachi's thoughts?
I feel as if my participation is very important, and if I don't participate in it, then
Yes, but who is this I that must participate? For a minute, don't worry about the appearances. Don't worry about what is appearing and disappearing. Just look at who is watching these appearances, who is looking at them. What can you say about that? Is that which is appearing and disappearing more intimate to you, or is this unchanging witnessing more intimate to you?
The witness, obviously.
Hmm?
The witness.
Can't hear you, my dear.
The witness, Father. The witness.
The witness, okay. So how about we give some concern to this witness for a change? Because you've given so much concern about that which has been appearing and disappearing. You see? So how about instead we look for what the witness wants? Because the witness is closest, you say, closer than any appearance. So what does this witness want?
What can a witness want, Father?
Okay, so the witness cannot want anything, and the witness is closest to what you are. Therefore, what can you want? You must be an appearance then to want something. If the witness cannot want something, then are you an appearance that you want something?
Can I remain the witness all the time? I mean, is it possible?
Okay, you tell me how you leave the witness. I say it is impossible to leave the witness. You prove me wrong. Don't be the witness, be something else. The mind says, can I remain as this all the time? Is it possible? I'm flipping the question around. I say, can you not remain as this? Can you leave and show me? Stop witnessing. Become an appearance and show me. How will you become an appearance? The false can never become truth, and the truth is never false. But you have the power to believe the false, and this belief is dropped away in the light of our looking. You see that there is a witnessing and there is the appearance. And you find that I cannot become the appearance. But only the mind speaks to you as if you are an appearance. But even this appearance you can't find. You cannot find the appearance of the person. You can find the appearance of a body, but the body has no concern about the children. The body is not frustrated because of some life event. So this I which says, can I remain always as the witness? Cannot, because this I doesn't exist at all. It is just a voice that you're hearing and believing. That which is the witness already is you.
Father, is it really possible not to believe the thoughts that arise?
Yes, believe me. Do you believe every thought?
Yes, most of the times, yes.
But any thought can come next, no? Any thought which will come next, you will believe it.
Yes, it happens.
If the thought is saying, let's go to the moon tomorrow, you'll believe it.
No.
Why? Why is it not needed to believe our thoughts? Because the thoughts are always referring to you as the non-existent one. No thought is meaningful to that which you really are, to awareness. No thought is meaningful to that which you are playing as, which is consciousness. Because God doesn't need a thought, and only God is. Therefore, there must be a belief somewhere that there is consciousness and there is prachi. And this prachi
Hmm.
is thoughts. But this prachi you cannot find. That which is running this universe, that which is running your body right now. What thought is it using to run your body, to beat your heartbeat? All the organs to be functioning. So if your body is functioning on its own, the world is functioning on its own, what is this prachi controlling?
Father, why is it not so easy to implement this?
Because you're buying all this. Okay, keep this one aside. Next. Don't believe the idea that it's not so easy to implement. Then right now you have some trouble. Are you suffering right now, in this moment, this instant?
No.
No. Now don't buy a thought. Remain here, stay still, let everything come and go. You don't move. Let the body move, but you don't move. Suffering now?
No.
No. Just stay here. Is there anything difficult about this? Don't pick up a thought. Go with your own direct seeing. What's so difficult? Isn't it natural? You're just here. Now suffering?
No.
Now you can only suffer if you buy some thought. So when the thought comes, but what about my children? Then the inquiry is who? Whose children? Who is speaking to who? The thought is who, and it wants to speak to who? Let God be the parent, because only God is.
Yes, Father. I guess I'm too involved in their lives.
Yes, but don't pick up this I. You see, every time you pick up a thought, you
Yeah.
pick up the idea that you are this I. God is very involved in God's life. You know, I used to play like this few months or maybe years ago. I used to say for a day, don't use the word I, say God. Even if it sounds like the most arrogant thing. So now speak as God, let's see.
I always have this question on my mind. When would I awaken?
Say again?
Always have this question on my mind that when would I awaken?
Still can't hear you, my dear. Maybe the mic of your device is not close to you.
Okay. The thought
When
that when would I awaken
when
is
would God
always troubling
awaken?
me.
When would God
Ah,
awaken is the question.
yes.
See, because we ourselves say God is everywhere. If God is everywhere, then there cannot be a God and a you. If
Yes.
God is all there is. We cannot find this Prachi. We looked, we looked, we looked. This being we cannot stop. This is consciousness. This is beingness. This is that I am, which is referred to in the Bible as I am that I am. God said. So this we can find. So let's use that biblical definition. I am here means God is here. There is no separate one here. Many of us have this idea that there is a person sitting out inside our heads or something and driving from there. Sitting, press this button, move the hand. You see, there's a controller. It's like a person sitting there, yeah, inside the head and controlling this life. But then the brain surgeon would find it, no? Nothing like that is found. Then many also say that, yes, yes, all this is fine, but actually I know that my brain is doing everything. My brain is doing everything. You see? So do we know how to control our brain? Do we know how to even fire one neuron in our brain? So then if the brain is doing everything, you are still irrelevant. Because then the brain is God. Whichever way you look at it, I, the seeming person, is completely irrelevant. Are you scared of irrelevance?
No.
No. Very good.
So finally, how do I get rid of this person, Father?
How does God get rid of the person?
Yes.
Because God saw that there is no person. If you
So
find the
maybe I'm
person, we
believing that
will
this. Yeah.
we will treat the person together. But if you cannot even find that which you want to get rid of, then how to treat this? Besides your thoughts, is there anything which tells you that you are a person? The presence that you experience is not personal. The awareness of this presence is not personal. This body doesn't want freedom, doesn't want to get rid of the person, doesn't want any of this. It is not personal, it's just a innocent instrument. So if you don't believe these thoughts, is there any evidence of this person?
Yeah.
Why you want to get rid of that which you cannot even find? Okay, let me put it to
Yeah.
you another way. Okay, suppose you came into satsang and
Yes.
I looked at you and I found the person and I got rid of it. Okay, then I said the person is actually gone. It was here, okay, it was here, but I've taken it away. But the only thing that is left is that these thoughts will come which still belong to this person. You don't bother about them. How's that? Huh? So someone the other day we went for movie together, all of us. So they asked me, so Father, what is your superpower? Just playfully, somebody asked. Now suppose my superpower was this. I look into your eyes and I remove the person. But I say that, there will be some withdrawal symptoms, there will be some thoughts which will come, which still will belong to that person. Just like when you shift into a new house, you see, still get some mail for the previous one, no?
Yes.
Isn't it? So I've removed your this one and I've given you this house to yourself, but you'll still get some mail for the previous tenant. So don't open that mail, don't believe that mail, it's not for you. Then how is it? You say I want to get rid of the person. I say, no, you come to satsang, I get rid of it for you. Done, gone. Now, do you pay the bills for the previous one who used to live in your house?
No.
No, isn't it? So then don't pay this bill of suffering for that which does not exist. So the mail is coming, the next letter came. It's saying, No, he's just making it sound too easy. Actually, it's not like that. Are you going to believe that meal or you're going to believe me? Hmm?
Thank you so much, Father.
So welcome.